Jerome Fazzari and Lorna McManus, a married couple and co-founders of GreenPen Investments Inc., spoke with Real Jersey City about their business, which focuses on revitalizing housing outside of Jersey City's affluent downtown area. McManus started by talking about the origins of the company, including the business focus of GreenPen Investments.
We moved down to Jersey City just shortly before we got married. We came down here because we were interested in revitalizing different neighborhoods throughout the western half of the city. So what we do with GreenPen Investments is we renovate single-family and multifamily properties throughout the western half of the city and then either resell them or rent them out to different people.
Fazzari acknowledged that while the business may not seem profitable to many people, the low overhead of GreenPen Investments helps them succeed.
So most developers focus on the luxury market or downtown markets where the highest and best use can be achieved. We tend to focus on areas that are considered by most to be low-income areas. But for us, it works really well. We have a low overhead. It's just my wife and I in the company. We hire all third-party contractors. And everyone needs a place to live, and we feel like we provide the neighborhoods with a good service, and it works well for us.
I followed up by asking McManus and Fazzari about the common issues they see with the properties they work on.
So different properties have different levels of distress depending on who the previous owner was. A lot of the people that we end up buying from, they're older, and the distress is really in the aesthetic. So they haven't updated a property for maybe 40, 50 years. So there's a lot of updating that we need to do with kitchens and bathrooms. We typically refinish floors and, of course, always do painting.
Another big problem that houses have, since we work on mostly older houses, is that they have flat roofs. And if you don't maintain your flat roof and the gutters, you get a lot of water leakage from rain, which leads to plaster damage, and then you eventually get structural damage.
Chiming in on the proposed Lincoln Park Historic District, Fazzari added that he liked the idea of trying to preserve older historic properties, but that there needed to be a middle ground.
Well, in theory, I like the idea of what they're trying to accomplish, that they want to preserve the older properties, and we also want to preserve the historic type properties. But I think that there needs to be some type of middle ground because it may be too restrictive. I agree that you shouldn't demolish these old properties if they can be saved. You shouldn't do ridiculous modern additions if it's not required. But I also don't think that someone on a limited budget or a fixed income senior citizen should have to go before the board or submit for approvals every time they want to paint their railing or replace a broken window.
Finally, McManus said streamlining the building department online would be great for their business, homeowners, and people working in the department.
I think not only just for a business like ours, but for homeowners throughout the city, streamlining the building department would be a huge benefit. Getting more things online so that people could submit permits online, possibly even get approvals online would be terrific, not only just for the homeowners, but for the people in the building department. It would make their lives a lot easier as well.
I'm Michael Shuren with Real Jersey City, the talk of the town.